Happy Sunday, everybody. This is Scott Grossberg, author of The Most Magical Secret, 4 Weeks to an Ecstatic Life, and The Most Magical Secret Action Guide. Today's Valentine's Day, so I can't think of a better thing to talk about than love, passion, romance, and desire. And, the first thing I want to send you to is go to chapter 15 in my book. I believe it starts at page 112. And there's an entire section in here on treating your magic like a lover. And I'm not going to read this to you. You can go back over it, look at it yourself, and work over all the thoughts and ideas I have for you. Today, what I'd like to do is share with you some things that actually work for me. And perhaps you can adapt them and adopt them and implement them as well into your own life. And it begins with asking yourself, who are your role models with respect to love and romance and passion and desire? It can be fictional, it can be historical in nature. Perhaps it's Giacomo Casanova, the man who purportedly had no door denied to him. Maybe it's Romeo and Juliet and their great theme that great love defies death. Maybe it's Guinevere and Lancelot. Maybe it's Guinevere and King Arthur. How about Isolde and Tristan, where we get the whole concept of the tryst from? Whatever it is, maybe it's Rhett Butler out of Gone with the Wind and his relationship with Scarlett. Who are your role models? Because a lot of times when I talk to people about love and romance and passion and desire, they get this weird deer in the headlight look, and I don't know that they've actually ever sat down and thought about what habits, what patterns, what rituals of love they actually have. I think a lot of us go through our existence with our significant others, with our soulmates, with our lovers, with our spouses, heck, even our friends, on hunch. We go with what we feel on a moment-to-moment basis. I'm asking you to rethink that. It works for me, and I can tell you that Carol and I have rituals of love that we follow. Certain things that are very special and precious to us, that keeps our romance, keeps that fire, keeps that passion alive. Because the magic, as I've told you, is all about doing. It's not about having it up here in your head. You can have all the romance you want up here. You can have all the passion you want up here. You got to actually do love. You got to do the magic and do the love and do the creating and act on the motivation. And that requires rituals. Because we are, as I've said before, creatures of habit. And once you get into these patterns of love, modeled on people that you believe or couples you believe are successful at the romance, the passion, the desire, and the love that you want, then you start seeing immediate results. So first thing I'd like you to do is to take today, it's Valentine's Day, commit to sitting down and just writing out some love role models. They don't have to be famous. They can be people out of your real life. And my guess is, by the way, that a lot of us go back to our teenage years, and there's something that happened that will forever serve as the role model, that treasure, that ring that's hanging from the string that we are constantly going towards. And I'm asking you to sit down and actually figure out what that is. What is it? What is the treasure that you've been constantly going towards that you might not have otherwise put words and concepts and actually action to? The other thing I'd like you to commit to is sitting down with your partner, sitting down with your soulmate, sitting down with the person that you want to share intimate heartbeats with, and figuring out with them, what it is that the two of you need to do to move your relationship to an even higher level. So if I were to ask you to rate your relationship on a scale of 1 to 9, 1 being the lowest, 9 being the best, if you were to tell me that your relationship is at an 8, then the concept is, what do we need to do to get to a 9? If it's already at a 9, what do we need to do to take it to a 10? Let's go over the top. Baby steps, just get to the next level. That's your commitment with Valentine's Day. That's your commitment for me this coming week, is just take a baby step forward, and that's called progress. in your relationships. I don't want you guys to just be roommates. I don't want you to just be pen pals. I don't want you to just be rolling your eyes and waiting for someone else to provide you with a parachute or a safety net as a way out of a relationship. I want you to build what you've got with that soulmate, the one who turns you on, who lights your fire. That's the magic of all this. So you've got 2 commitments this week. 1, come up with some role models. 2, come up with some rituals for love, for romance, for passion and desire based on those role models. And then that's kind of a subset of the other one. And then the second one is actually sit down and work out a strategy for that passionate life that you want, that romantic life, that life filled with desire, that life filled with love, with the person you're supposed to spend the rest of your life, if not lifetimes, with. And sometimes it's as simple as just saying, here are the things that are important for me in our relationship. How about you? Maybe they're touches. Maybe it's the way someone looks at you. Maybe it's a word. Maybe it's a kiss. Maybe it's all of those. Whatever it is, you guys come up with them and write them down so that you've got a sound strategy, a written, concrete, something you can look at strategy. And with that, I'm wishing you the most happiest of Valentine days. Go back, take a look at the book, start treating your magic like a lover. Heck, start treating your lover like a lover. Start treating yourself like a lover. And go out and make it a magical week.